Our next presentation is Moffitt Cancer Center, and I'd like to welcome Kumar Kariampudi, Senior Director of Cell Therapies, to the stage.
Okay, let me figure out how this works. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I've been in the United States 22 years, I guess. This is the first time I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Boy, it's hot out there. It's hot. I'm from Florida, but it's still hot. I'm Kumar Kariampudi. I'm a Senior Director of Cell Therapies at Moffitt Cancer Center. I oversee cell therapy and gene engineering facility at the center. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the cell therapy and gene engineering capabilities that we have at Moffitt Cancer Center. And then I'll also talk about our future plans in the space of cell therapy and gene engineering. So Moffitt Cancer Center doesn't need introduction. We are located in Tampa, Florida. We are NCI's only comprehensive cancer center in Florida. We are consistently ranked as #1 cancer hospital in Florida and Southeast. And we are consistently ranked among top 10 cancer centers in the nation. The statistics that you see over there speaks for the commitment of Moffitt Cancer Center's role in prevention and cure of cancer. I don't need to elaborate on the statistics, but it speaks about our commitment that we have to treat cancer. Moffitt Cancer Center has an extensive legacy in the field of cell therapy and gene engineering. Under the leadership of the luminaries in cell therapies that you see there, Patrick Hu, Jim Muley, Fred Locke, Sherry Pilan-Thomas, and more investigators who are out there at Moffitt Cancer Center. We were part of several milestones, key milestones in the field of cell therapy and gene engineering. Moffitt Cancer Center was the center to treat first patient with CAR-T in ZUMA-1 trial. And again, Moffitt Cancer Center was the first center across the planet to treat first patient with FDA-approved CAR-T, which was Yescarta. So far, we have treated 1,300 patients at our center, and all this was possible because of the operational excellence that we have at Moffitt Cancer Center in the form of cell manufacturing plant, IST clinic, as well as recently added Moffitt gene engineering facility. We have deep roots with biotech companies. We have extensive collaboration, partnerships, starting with Kite back in the day from ZUMA-1 trial. We have a long journey, and we are still continuing the journey with Iovance Biotherapeutics. We played a key role in the approval of Amtagvi earlier this year. That's from Iovance. We work very closely with cell therapies in Bristol-Myers Squibb. We recently announced a multi-year alliance partnership with AstraZeneca in cell therapies. So our partnerships in biotech community are deep-rooted, as you can see here. This slide gives the snapshot of the history of Moffitt in cell therapy space, and all these milestones that you see here, in one way or the other, Moffitt Cell Therapy Facility has a role. Since early 2000, Moffitt has been a leader in the development and production of cell therapies with the establishment of Moffitt Cell Therapy Facility back in the day in 2006. So that puts us with an experience of 18 years in manufacturing cGMP cellular products for phase 1, phase 2 trials. I'll talk a little bit about our cell therapy facility, and then I'll talk about our gene engineering facility, and then our future. This is a snapshot of our current cell therapy facility that we have. It's a 20,000 square feet facility with 10 ISO 7 clean rooms. As I mentioned, we recently added gene engineering component where we started making viral vectors using the gene engineering facility, which is a laboratory module that we developed using germ-free trailers. So as you can see, we have a staff of 80 plus that is distributed across several cross-functional groups. We pretty much work like a CDMO. We do work with academic partners, we do work with Moffitt researchers, we work with external biotech companies. All this is done by an experienced team that we have. As I mentioned, we have 18 years of experience. So we have several project managers that have expertise to meet with partners, understand their needs of process development, and drive the products from lab into clinic. And also we have a really strong expertise in regulatory space. We work with our partners right from the beginning to start interaction with FDA so that we can drive all the process of clinical translation, and also we work with them all the way until end of phase 2 trials. These are the different services that we provide at our cell therapy facility. We have expertise in working with several cell types, TIL, CAR T, obviously gamma delta CAR Ts, gamma delta T cells, all the list of cells that you see here. We have extensive expertise in supporting cGMP manufacturing for phase 1 and phase 2 trials. And with our expertise comes with different cell processing techniques that we use at our facility. And also at our facility, at cell therapy facility, what we do is we offer all the QC testing starting from analytical development within our facility, and we have a total control over all the quality control testing that we do for all the experimental cell therapy products that we manufacture within our facility. So to summarize our operations, our operations team is focused on expediting products from time to the clinic. Our average tech transfer timeline is 9 months approximately. We transferred products into clinic from the lab into clinic in as much as 6 months timeline. Using our expertise, we supported early stage and pivotal trial manufacturing for several biotech companies. One of them is Iovance, and there are other companies that are shown here. And these are not the only companies. We have extensive list of biotech companies that we work with. We are currently supporting manufacturing for 20 different experimental cell therapy INDs. And if you look at our whole portfolio, CTF, cell therapy facility, has supported so far the clinical translation and execution of 50 plus INDs in last 10 years. In last 2 years itself, we were able to get approval for 7 new cell therapy INDs. And out of these 7 new cell therapy INDs, last year, we were able to translate 2 Moffitt internal IP cell therapy assets from the lab into the clinic. This is one of the Moffitt cell therapy asset that we translated from lab into the clinic, and the turnaround time to translate this from lab into clinic, the tech transfer, was 11 months. This comes from the laboratory of Daniel Abatedaga, who is associate member in the Department of Immunology, and this product is PSCA targeting gamma delta CAR T cell product. The uniqueness of this gamma delta CAR T cell product is we use that in combination with zoledronate, and this allows the tissue-specific potency without the risk of systemic toxicity. So just to give you a framework on how we operate in translating products from lab into clinic, and you guys are all familiar with all these steps, but I wanted to give you a snapshot. We start with putting together pre-IND package and initiate the dialogue with FDA as early as possible, and that's how we start all our tech transfers. So we put together our pre-IND package, get the input from FDA, then check all the boxes related to clinical protocol, CMC, preclinical. So once we get the input from FDA from pre-IND meeting, then we put together the preclinical translation part and also the tech transfer part that you see here. And we do all the assay development in-house at our facility. While we do the tech transfer and all the preclinical work, our clinical trial team also gets activated, and they do put together all this list of activities together and drive them forward, drafting clinical protocol, getting all the required approvals. So we were able to translate our product, which is gamma delta CAR T product targeting PSCA, within 11 months from lab into clinic. So the gene engineering facility is a recent addition to our capabilities. I won't go through the overview of why we need viral vector manufacturing, one more viral vector manufacturing facility. You all know there is a bottleneck for vector manufacturing out there. The current gene engineering facility that we have, it offers comprehensive vector manufacturing services, again, both to biotech partners as well as academic collaborators. We started manufacturing, right now we started with the lentiviral vectors and gamma retroviral vectors. And as I mentioned, we are using germ-free trailers to make these products. Our scale right now is 6 to 9 liters. What we see is the partnership with Moffitt Cancer Center provides unique advantages to these biotech companies for Moffitt to be their one-stop shop for cellular manufacturing and gene engineering services. And that's why we added this capability also to our arsenal of cell therapy work. The last few minutes I'll spend about talking about the future that we have at Moffitt Cancer Center, and the future is Spiros, Florida. Spiros, Florida is a global innovation center that will serve as the hub for the best and brightest minds in life sciences. So we are expanding into 775 acres, where Moffitt Cancer Center is planning to build almost 140 buildings. Of course, this is going to be a development in different phases. Right now, we are in phase 1A stage, and this phase 1A is going to be completed by 2028. The estimated cost of phase 1A is 1.6 billion, out of 6 billion, out of which 600 million is going to come from state and 1 billion is going to come from private sector. So with respect to Spiros, Florida, what's our role in cell therapy and gene engineering space? With Spiros, Florida, what we are trying to offer is Moffitt core capabilities and enhance our partnership with life science companies or develop a life science ecosystem while providing Moffitt patient care services, as you can see there. So in the center of all this, which is a Spiros, Florida initiative, we are planning to build integrated CDMO. This CDMO will provide manufacturing services to the biotech companies out there. Our goal is to provide premier manufacturing services to the external partners, biotech companies, as well as academic institutes, as well as in parallel to that, provide Moffitt core capabilities as well as Moffitt patient care services, all together as a bundle, so that the cell and cell therapy biotech companies can be successful by partnering with us in the Spiros, Florida initiative. So what exactly we are trying to do with the CDMO? This ICDMO will be 150,000 square foot integrated CDMO that will be established within Spiros, Florida. The capability of this CDMO will be to not only provide manufacturing for phase 1, phase 2 trials, but we are going to support pivotal trial, late stage manufacturing, as well as early commercial. So this is going to help us to provide our services at a broader scale and complement our existing cell therapy facility capabilities that we have out there. Our goal is to utilize our expertise that we have in cell therapy space and make the other cell and gene therapy groups successful by using our expertise. So when I talk about cell therapy services that we are going to give with CDMO, again, as I said, it's not only manufacturing, it's going to be our research services that will be coming from Moffitt Cancer Center. There will be collaborations that can be forged with Moffitt research investigators. Also, there will be a clinical trial group that the partners can collaborate with to execute the trial successfully. So all the way from research until the trial execution, we will be supporting the partners. And once the trial is executed, we will support all the way until commercial production using our CDMO. So that's our future, and we are looking forward to continue our dialogue with all the cell and gene therapy community members that are out here. I would like to thank you for your attention, and feel free to reach out to us. We are at booth M13. If you'd like to know more about our current capabilities and also our future plans, our whole team is here Our venture and investments VP is here, and our business development director is here. I am here, and there are several other members of Moffitt Cancer Center are here. So we look forward to having our conversation with you to talk about our current capabilities and our future plans. Again, thank you, everyone. Enjoy your conference.